Well, hello, and welcome to Friday evening. I am your host, Mr. Grizzly. Perhaps you've seen me before. Maybe, maybe not. I've also been known to stand in the street wearing a blue jacket, yelling at people protesting in the wrong city for the wrong reasons. I have no qualms or embarrassments about that. It took place, and I own it. So how are you doing on this Friday evening? Been a heck of a week, hasn't it? My beautiful puppy dog Lola is just outside the studio crying because she desperately wants to go OUT again, and we've only been back inside for less than an hour. Somehow she figures, well, this is what we've got to do. So here we are, Friday evening, and lots of things to cover. I'm going to try and get to as many as I possibly can in the 30 or 45 minutes that I intend to be here for. I don't want to drag out your evening. It's Friday, and we've got places to go and things to do and people to see, and I have to get things ready and packed up to go to Yellowknife tomorrow. So I think I will do what I can to try and get through this as quickly as possible and still try and keep you as informed as possible. So it is a strange and bizarre time. I have a report here I want to read to you. It's from, of all places, Occupy Democrats, which I don't normally go to as a source, but sometimes they have some important things to say, and this, I think, is important. At least I think of that. I don't know. Can you hear Lola? She's really making a noise back there. I apologize. So let's start off with this, shall we? From Occupy Democrats. Breaking. Official reports from the Minneapolis police and fire departments finally reveal the truth about the killing of Renee Good, and the details are horrifying. The mega narrative just completely collapsed. NBC News reports that police files, fire response reports, and transcripts from 911 calls have revealed that Good was still alive when a fire emergency medical team arrived on scene. The report from that team stated that Good had apparent gunshots to her chest, forearm, and face, and was unresponsive, not breathing, with inconsistent, irregular, thready pulse activity. She was shot up to 4 times. While Trump and Kristi Noem have tried to smear Good as a domestic terrorist, it's clear from the footage that she was simply an innocent woman trying to extricate herself from a mob of masked men. The fact that she was struck by so many bullets shows that ICE officer Jonathan Ross wasn't trying to defend himself. He was trying to kill her. This is what happens when you don't properly vet your recruits. Strap them with weapons, tell them they're above the law, mask them, and set them loose. Bloodthirsty men sign up looking for an opportunity to inflict violence on others. The first 911 calls from the scene came in at 9:38 a.m. local time, and the killer fled the scene at 10:04 a.m. He wasn't concerned about the fact that he took a woman's life. He was concerned about saving his own skin. They just shot a lady, point-blank range, in her car. She's fucking dead, one caller told 911 dispatchers. I had to walk away because I have young kids and ICE is everywhere over there, said another, painting a clear picture of the terror that ICE has inflicted on these communities. One caller told the dispatchers that the ICE agents shot her because she wouldn't open her car door. Send an ambulance, please. Ambulance, please. ICE fired 2 shots through her windshield into the driver. She tried to drive away but crashed into the nearest vehicle that was parked, said another caller. Note that they didn't say that Good was attacking the agents with her car. She was trying to drive away. Suspiciously, large parts of the 911 call logs have been redacted and blacked out, reminiscent of what the Trump administration did with the Epstein files. The covered-up portions are labeled law enforcement. What possible reason could the authorities have for hiding details about this killing? The answer is obvious. They want to tightly control the entire narrative around this murder so that they can paint Good as a villain and the ruthless ice goon who slew her as an upstanding law enforcement agent. America isn't falling for it. They must release the full details immediately. This is probably the doings of Stephen Miller, because it's straight out of the Goebbels playbook. They are telling you to not believe what your eyes have seen and your ears have heard. It was their ultimate and final order. We're living in a modern version of Nazi Germany. Well, personally, I'm not, because I'm in Canada, where we still have sane people in government. Well, the party in power, that is. The opposition, not so much. All that being said, if you wanted to know how you would feel, how you would behave, how you would react if you lived through Nazi Germany and World War II, guess what? You're living it right now. This is the same thing. It started this way, it ramped up, and it got much, much, much worse. For those of you who saw our show the other day, the morning show with our good friend Hugh Colleton, who is a military historian and a history teacher, he told you some pretty stirring things, pretty upsetting things, and all of them are real. He predicted that by August of this summer, the Americans may try to invade us. Let's hope his prediction is incorrect. I really hope it is, but Hugh, I know you're not somebody who says and does things that are of the gambling nature. Let's see what happens. Hopefully we don't come to that. Hopefully, between now and then, perhaps a pulmonary embolism or, I don't know, full frontal temporal dementia takes over. And the current commander-in-chief of the largest military might on earth is relieved from duty because he is not fit to serve. Look, he's not fit to serve right now, but we need to find a way to get him the hell out of there before he, invades Greenland and then starts an all-out war because he would be attacking a NATO country on our frickin' doorstep, folks. The time to be nervous is now. The time to be prepared is now. We're in a time that hasn't happened in 80 years. And history has always repeated itself, especially when a former constitutional republic has fallen into full-blown fascism. Because the United States of America is no longer a constitutional republic. There's no democracy there whatsoever. It's a fascist state, as evidenced by the police state, the militarized immigration and customs enforcement that are roaming around cities that are nowhere near a frickin' border, locking people up and shooting white women in the face. This is where we are today. It's a very bizarre, strange time, and I know it's capable of getting us all down, myself included, and normally I can just read about these things and move on, but sometimes the weight of the world really does bring you down. It's kind of been that sort of a week for me. Hey, Betty Zoom, how you doing? How's Niagara today? Is it anywhere near as cold as it is in the nation's capital? It was minus 29 with the wind chill this morning when I took my beloved puppy dog out for a walk at 4:30 this morning. Oh, she just did her 5 circles instead of 3 to lie down in her cute little bed beside my feet in my studio. Lola has the run of the house. I let her do whatever she wants because she's a very well-behaved puppy dog. And quite frankly, we're her fourth and final family. She was moved around a lot before she was even 3. And I just feel, you know what? She's so well-behaved in this house. She can do whatever she wants. She doesn't chew on anything. She doesn't make a mess. She doesn't bark. She's an absolute dream of a puppy dog. And as Mr. Beaver can attest to, love on 4 legs. He had the pleasure of spending some time with her this past Saturday, a week ago, so almost a week ago tomorrow. And I did shoot some video. I don't know if he had a chance to show it to you or not, of Lola greeting him as he entered into my humble abode. It was quite cute. So let's carry on with some news, shall we? I have a few more stories I want to try and get to if I can. And one of the things that well, I'm not going to dive deeply into the negative stuff today. But I do want to talk about Pierre Poilievre and the stupidity of which this man spews out of his pie hole constantly. And here's a good one for you. I mean, this I'm going to read this to you because it's just so ridiculous. This is from Pierre Poilievre about 3 hours ago. So to begin with, he retweets an American story written by an American publication called The National Post, which is owned by an American corporation. And he tweets this out. Mark Carney still has not begun consulting First Nations on building a pipeline. Instead, he met with an anti-pipeline group that doesn't speak for the communities. He has no intention of approving a pipeline. It's all an illusion. Okay, so the thing is this, Skippy, I'm trying really hard not to swear right now. You ignoramus, you rage-baiting shit-gibbon. The pipeline will not be built with public funds. Part of the MOU means that a private sector company needs to come forth to build the pipeline. If the pipeline is to be built at all, multiple checklists must be fulfilled first. So your rage-baiting bullshit is exactly that. Bullshit. You just continue on a daily basis to divide Canadians by lying to them when so many people don't have enough time in their day to verify the stuff you spew. Because there are still people who actually believe in the system and think that our politicians wouldn't lie to us nonstop. There's many of us who know better. But the fact that you cannot open your mouth without telling a lie? Wow. You narcissist fuckle twat. I don't think I've ever had more hatred, anger, and disdain for a living human being in my life. It's unbelievable how much of an absolute disgusting pile of living, breathing fecal matter this man is. Narcissist? Shit. He should have his photo in the dictionary above the word. From Polar Vortex saying here, as to the thing I reported on earlier regarding Renee Good. Apparently she may have had a faint heartbeat just after the shooting, but ICE wouldn't let a doctor on the scene see her. And yes, I did see that video where a doctor said, I'm an ER doctor. Can I get in there to help her? And they said, no, get out of here. It's insane what is going on right now. We have a premier of Ontario who is, well, for want of a better term, a fucking idiot, who seems to stand up for the little guy by shitting all over Mark Carney's deal today to, improve the sales of canola to China, which is what he just did, that Scott Moe, the premier of Saskatchewan, just praised him for. The convicted DUI murderer that is Scott Moe. He did that, so I'm going to talk about it. So Scott Moe praised the prime minister for it, and justifiably so. I believe Wab Kinew did too. But Doug Ford lost his shit, as did Marit Stiles, and I was surprised. And Marit, you really disappointed me today. You really did. You drew from the bottom of the deck and played Doug Ford's hand. Why? Like, really? It's 3% of the output. 49,000 cars? That's 3%. There are 41.5 million people in Canada. If everybody decided to buy a new car tomorrow, nobody's going to be hurt by this. If anything, it might increase market share for EVs in Canada, which is very small right now, and our car manufacturers aren't exactly making a ton of them. Maybe BYD can come here and start manufacturing automobiles, just like Honda started to do in the 1980s. Just north of Toronto, in Alliston, Ontario. You picked the wrong side on this one, Marit. I love you. I think you're an amazing human being. I think you're a very good politician, and I think you're trying to do the right thing, but you tripped over your own feet today. And I'm going to call you out on it, because it was a bad decision to say what you said. Just not very smart. You played from Doug Ford's hand. Not cool. Bad luck. And again, this gives China a pinky dip into the pond. They're not in the lake. They're not putting their whole fist in. We're very far from that. On to other things. I would like to discuss how Greenland is, well, as you know, very much in the news because, well, Trump seems to be demanding that he has to have Greenland. He needs it for America's security. The thing about that is mind-blowing, and I've heard actual senators, or not heard, but I've read actual senators that tweet it out. This is the closest thing we can get to Russia. This is the safest we can be to make sure we have a good eye on Russia. Okay, first off, your president is a Russian asset, number one. And number two, you have the state of Alaska, the Bering Sea, it's the Aleutian Islands. They practically touch Russia. Russians aren't exactly sailing over the North Pole because it's ice. Look, Trump wants Greenland so he can distract you from the Epstein files, number one. Number two, he wants to mine it for whatever minerals, maybe under 3 or 4 kilometers of ice. We're not even sure. We don't know what's under it. And he probably wants to drill for oil. Don't all Republicans say drill, baby, drill constantly? Didn't they want to do that in Alaska? And the state of Alaska basically said, no, we're good. You're not going to destroy our flora and fauna. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to read your, I can't read your name there. Mordent Inky Cap. You live in Alaska. Hey, welcome to the Friday evening Grizzly Growl weekly news wrap up. Alaskans in the chat. I love it. Way to go. How cold is it there right now, by the way? Because it's about minus 30 Celsius here, and I'm heading to Yellowknife tomorrow evening, where it's about minus 42, which would be what, minus 44 or minus 45 Fahrenheit? Because they match up at 40, right? And then they go the other way. Minus 60 Celsius is minus 75 Fahrenheit. I've worked outside in minus 60 with the wind chill. So anyway, You are correct. Ontario needs to develop its own car, like the Beetle, the people's car. The days of excess hot rods is over, so that's nostalgia. Look to the air. Flying cars? Flying cars are 2 weeks away, according to every report I've read over the last 30 years. Now, that being said, they actually do have flying automated drones throughout Shenzhen and throughout the country of China right now, and some of the cities where you can just hop in one and it will take you somewhere. There is a couple of different companies that are manufacturing effectively minivans that carry a drone in the back that you can hop into and fly somewhere. So, flying cars is certainly there. 36 Fahrenheit. So that's like about what, I guess, 30 minus 18 is about 0. So, wow, that's quite warm right now for Alaska. 36 Fahrenheit. My goodness. That's got to be unseasonably warm for this time of the year. Because, yeah, minus 18 Celsius is 0. And I will be hopping, when I get off the plane tomorrow at about midnight Yellowknife time, it will be, I think it's minus 34, feels like minus 42. So it's going to be cold, but that's okay. I can handle it. I've worked out in colder, and I've got all the winter gear. Oh, that beer tastes good. It is a Friday evening, so I am having a beer. And why the heck not? Because, like I said, it's Friday, and it's been one heck of a news week. Now, I'm sure some of you saw how President of the United States declared himself the president of Venezuela. How soon before he declares himself the president of Greenland, in a country where they don't have a president? Yeah. And Maduro, no, sorry, not Maduro. What was it? Machado? Is that her name? Machado? Handed over her Nobel Peace Prize to Trump. And I guess I haven't seen the video. Let me see if I can find it here. I heard about it, though. And I guess he was like giddy, holding the Nobel Peace Prize and putting the medal around his neck like the happiest he's ever been in his life, receiving something he did not earn. That was handed over to him to appease him because he's a child. Oh, boy. I'm just typing it in here. Trump in the Oval with Peace Prize. See if I can get it to come up here. I was listening to the Jimmy Kimmel show. I said, yes, I know, listening to the Jimmy. As I walk to work, I put YouTube on, and, that's oftentimes what, sorry, I didn't mean to snort in your nose. It's a very sensitive microphone. Oh, here he is, yes. Yes, okay, I have a tweet here. President Donald J. Trump meets with Maria Corina Machado of Venezuela in the Oval Office, during which she presented the president with her Nobel Peace Prize in recognition and honor. Oh boy, I'm going to share you this photo because, yeah, he thinks he's been awarded something. Yeah. You've not been awarded anything, Donald. She gave that to you as a sign of, I don't know, fealty or just don't invade my country anymore. You didn't win anything. You don't deserve it. You'll never get it. We live in a very strange time, my friends. And I didn't know, and again, sorry for snorting in your in your ears. Sorry for snorting in your ears. A little stuffed up, no cold, but I think I've spent so much time indoors lately because it's been very cold the last 2 days that some dust and dryness, and my humidifier needs to be refilled now that I think about it. And I need to change the filter in my air filter. I have one of those, you call it. Anyway, you get the general idea, the general gist of things around here. We are in a strange, strange, strange time, friends. And where do we go from here? I don't know. We just saw a man parade around like he won something that he hasn't won, although that's kind of typical. I mean, we can think of the video of Wayne Easter a number of years ago, who was a former member of Parliament in Canada here, who talked about Pierre Poilievre and how Pierre Poilievre, his opinion of him was not high. Let's put it that way. And I'll see if I can pull up the video of Wayne Easter. Wayne Easter talking about Pierre Poilievre and how he behaves. Let's see if I can. Sorry, I have to move something here. I got a light in the way. I don't mean to detract from the video, but when you're trying to type on a keyboard, you need room to do so. And let's see if I can get this up here. Okay. There we go. That should work. I think I've got the proper thing typed in. Now let's see if I can find the correct video. Oh, there it is. Is this it? No, that's not it. Where did the video go? Let's see if I can find the video of it. Oh, no, everything just disappeared off my screen. Well, that's terrible. You know what? I'll just find it on another source. That's all. There's another source. There's always another source. And the beauty of having a high-speed internet connection, other than being able to, do a live show like this, is that you can always find the video that you're looking for pretty quickly by just typing some words into the keyboard, typing some words into the search screen from your keyboard. And hopefully you can find what you're looking for. Here we go. I have found it. This is from 11 years ago. And it is, sorry, I did it again. Did not mean to snort in your ears. It's the sensitivity of this microphone, and I'm, trying to keep from being snotty, if you will. So I'm going to line this up, set it up for you in a second or two, and we will have a look at what Wayne Easter had to say about Pierre Poilievre. And, well, I'm not going to lie to you. It is a thing of beauty, and I will just move it over here so we can get a full screen. This is from 11 years ago, 11 or 12 years ago, actually. So the image quality is not the best, unfortunately, but you get the gist of it. So let's have a look, shall we?
The honourable member for Malpeque. Mr. Speaker, this minister's conduct yesterday was a disgrace to Parliament and to Canadians. Dealing with this minister is like playing chess with a pigeon. He flaps his wings all over the place, knocks the pieces off the table, messes all over the table, then struts around like he won the game. Mr. Speaker.
I mean, I got to pause that right there. That's one of my all-time favorite slapbacks or clapbacks in the House of Commons, because Wayne Easter nailed him to the wall with that one. That's who Pierre Poilievre is. He never has anything to say of any merit or intelligence, for that matter. He just literally does what Wayne just said. Let's back it up and have a listen to that again, because it's just so good.
This minister's conduct yesterday was a disgrace to Parliament and to Canadians. Dealing with this minister is like playing chess with a pigeon. He flaps his wings all over the place, knocks the pieces off the table, messes all over the table, then struts around like he won the game. Mr. Speaker.
Messes all over the table. What he meant to say was shit all over the board, but he's in the House of Commons and you don't speak it that way because it's under parliamentary language. And the speaker at the time was Andrew Scheer, who was for a very short period of time the leader of the opposition, who was defeated and did not.
I know it's a Wednesday. I don't know what was in the coffee at caucus this morning, but members are getting a little over the top. I've asked members before to hold off on using animal references. I don't think they're helpful to the course of debate. I didn't hear a question, but I don't know if the minister wants to respond or not. The Honourable Minister of Democratic Reform.
Well, I'd like to give the member some credit for creativity, although I think he's confused the games. He's playing charades and not chess over there.
What the hell was that? Like, really? That was 12 years ago. He's such an obnoxious little shit. Wayne Easter nailed him to the wall on that one, though. That's exactly who Pierre Poilievre is. So, we've had a week where, starting this time last week, Trump invaded a country because he felt he had the right to do it. We've negotiated a new deal with China that will get canola back on the shelves of shoppers in that country. And we're going to accept 49,000, is it 45 or 49,000 electric vehicles from China with only a 6.1% tariff. And that number of vehicles is exactly 3% of the output of Canadian auto manufacturers. So it is of no threat to anyone. And it might give a few people who earn a little less money the opportunity to get themselves into an electric vehicle. How's that bad? And of course, no matter what the Prime Minister of Canada does, if he did exactly what former Prime Minister Stephen Harper did, they'll still shit on him for it. The Conservatives will still shit on him for it because they're not Conservatives, number one. They're Reform Party stalwarts, number one. Number two, they don't give a goddamn about this country or the citizens thereof. They only want power. They only want to rule over you. They have no desire to govern. They don't give a shit about negotiating anything but how much money they can stuff in their pockets and the pockets of literally their puppet master, corporate donors. They don't care. These are not the kind of people you want running this country. And don't get me wrong on this one. Just because I cut down a party doesn't mean I support the one that's in power. You need to understand that because so many people will shit all over me every day. Oh, you're just a liberal cuck. At what point did I say I was a liberal? I subscribe to no party. I will never belong to any political party in this country, ever. How can I when I do this? I will support the party that is doing the best for Canadians, regardless of what that party color is. Right now, the Liberal Party, with Prime Minister Mark Carney in charge, is the sober adult in the room, behaving like an adult should. The opposition? Children. Children who make noise so that they can get moments and clips to put upon their social media and act like they've won something. It's like playing checkers with a pigeon. They kick everything off the board, shit all over the place, flap their wings and strut around like they won something. Thanks to Wayne Easter. Thanks to you, my friends. There is more things to cover, and I will try and get you some stuff set up so that next week, while I'm out of town, I might have some more stories for you. Between now and then, I want you to take care of yourselves. Be safe, and I'll see you soon.